Yes, 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 sir. Yes, sir. Back in it with some super welterweight breakdown and predictions. I am Mr. A, the host of your show, the Double RT Boxing Show. What is that? The Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm ready, you're ready. That's why you're here. New viewers, you're here to subscribe. Hit it now. Hit new ones, old ones, all hit the thumbs up. You can always do that. Support your show. Let's talk that super welterweight talk. The 154, Ted Cheeseman, the big cheese. If you're not familiar with Ted Cheeseman, I don't know why you're watching this part of the show, unless you are just a fan of the boxing banter that Mr. A brings, and I appreciate that support. But I'm taking the guess that you are a fan of Ted Cheeseman or a fan of the Spaniard, Sergio Garcia. Now, this is definitely a fight that right here on the Double RT Boxing Show, and what I've been saying and covering a lot in these videos, because as the show is growing, this is season 3. Thank you for giving me to that 618, 617 mark somewhere. Let's get it by 1,000 by the end out, the year out. The best fight, the best. 1 through 15, this is that fight. Ted Cheeseman, the WBA number 14, I believe it's his highest ranking. And he's he's 14 by the WBA. Now, what's important is his opponent, my friends. Sergio Garcia, number 10 by the WBO. 14 by the IBF. Number 4 by the WBC, according to the boxings, and they are updated pretty good. And as of the 25th, I believe, of January. If you are curious and you want to know what is Mr. A thinks of the boxing year so far, go check out the show Best of the Year so far of January 2019. We list all the best of the knockouts, top 3 fighters, fight of the year, round of the year. We're starting it now, keeping a nice track to the end of the year. Now back to this fight. It's number 4, Sergio Garcia of the WBC, taking on Ted Cheeseman. Now, Sergio Garcia is the European, the EBU super welterweight champion. You figure with Sergio, and Sergio's been climbing this ladder for a couple years now, so he's definitely been here. Ted Cheeseman's moving on the fast track. The winner of this fight for Sergio, like I said, he's been here. He's been as you can see, he's 14 in the IBF, 10 by the WBO. So he's been with the 14 of the WBO. He's just entered the IBF. He's WBC number 4, so he's been climbing that ladder for a while now. And here comes Ted Cheeseman, I believe at like 15-0. The WBA, what is he, a continental champion? I believe he is. He's international, the WBA international super welterweight champion, and he's a British super welterweight. So he's going for European level. And the way the Brits do it, they go for domestic, then for like a continental type belt, and then trinkets, and then main thing. So and Sergio himself, like I said, he's looking for that title shot. After this, Ted Cheeseman's in the press conference talking big shit. Like, hey, who has he fought? He's a good name, but hey, I'm going to give him all the credits because he's going to be a good scalp on my resume. So he's definitely looking to take this guy out. And what's considering a nice, just a throw-in mix, you figure Ted Cheeseman is with the Matchroom. Munguia with Sergio Garcia being number 10 in the WBO. Munguia has a few fights left. Maybe if Ted wins this before Munguia goes up to the 160, the Zone, Axe Golden Boy, and Matchroom, hey, we need dates. Put a fight together. You're gonna have a ranked WBO and Ted Cheeseman, a fucking two bully fighters. So that's a good possible matchup out of nowhere. Munguia and Ted Cheeseman. Maybe if Ted Cheeseman could get past Sergio Garcia right here, the EBO Super Welterweight Champion, and I got him doing it. That's the prediction part of the show, folks. I'm going with Ted Cheeseman on this one. Even though Sergio Garcia, who was in here 28-0, 20-0 with 13 KOs. His last opponent, I don't know how far ahead these guys knew they were going to fight, but that Maximine Wisari, who he beat for the vacant European Super Welterweight title, that dude was like a watered down version of a Ted Cheeseman, and he was able to connect on Sergio. So seeing all that, I will be shocked if Sergio can outbox and move around the ring, because he has the style to do it. Don't get me wrong. Actually, I'm not going to just sit here and say Ted Cheeseman is going to whoop his ass, but I think he is. But Sergio definitely has the style to me. I think he can move around the ring, pop shot him. He has the punch selection. He has the footwork. And Ted Cheeseman is going to have to cut the ring off a little bit better, because I think Sergio probably has he has better footwork than Byfield. I think he has a better punching technique, but I just don't know if he's going to have the power to keep Cheeseman off. 28-13, 46. I seen Ted just kind of, he's like a Gerald Miller. He'd just eat those taps. And Sergio can't afford to sit there and just move around and tap him, because, like I said, Cheeseman defense is like that Gerald Miller. They eat that shit up and come drop bombs like Adam Novalsky type shit. Novalsky, moving, crouching, and Ted Cheeseman eventually, once he gets in, he has a good punch selection just as Sergio does. Ted Cheeseman he's a good pressure fighter. He gets in behind the jab. I wish he'd do it a little more. But I think what throws him off is his footwork. I think he needs to cut down more, so he don't. Instead of following around, I think if he cut the ring off just a tad bit better, he wouldn't have to eat so many unnecessary tip-tap shots. So, he'd be able to, with a better angle, just tap himself in with a jab. He does give himself in with a jab, and I think in this fight, he's going to be strongly motivated. I'm a pretty good fan of Ted Cheeseman. Within a year and a half of creating this show, I stumbled across him. I like his form of pressure. It's behind a strong jab, and his punch selection is pretty good. So I hope to see that jab in this fight with a highly ranked fighter. And I got Ted Cheeseman stopping Sergio Garcia like in round 10 and becoming the new European Super Welterweight Champion and a new highly ranked fighter across the sanctioning body. Ted Cheeseman improving to 16-0 and the new European Super Welterweight Champion. 10th round knockout. I'm your host, Mr.A, the host of your new show, the Double RT Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing. See you on the next one when we talk the best, right? The best on the next Breakdown and Prediction Show.